Welcome back, everyone, to Fireside Football. I'm Kendall Capps.
And I'm Andrew Williams.
All right, Andrew. Well, the season is over. Super Bowl 45 is over. The Green Bay Packers, once again, for the fourth time in their history,
taking the title back to Titletown.
Absolutely. It made sense. They went and got the George Halas Trophy, and that wasn't enough. They took Vince Lombardi Trophy back home.
Well, let's take this week. Let's start with your breakdown of the game. How you saw things played out. What were the keys to the Packers winning?
Well, one of
what
the
were
things,
keys to Pittsburgh losing?
One of the things that Green Bay I thought they would do, and they did it and did it well, was that they spread that Pittsburgh defense out, made them defend on the outside on 4 or 5 wide receiver sets, and they abandoned the running game for the most part. And when you look back, teams like New England that can run that type of offense, no, you're not going to run the ball no matter how great your scheme might be. So they abandoned it, spread them out, and they were able to move the ball. And to get that pick six, to put you up 14, just like that, it makes it really tough for any team to be able to come back.
Yeah, I agree. But I really thought going into that second half after Pittsburgh had started to make that run, I really thought Pittsburgh was going to do it. Ben Roethlisberger would take him off the field, but I really thought that fumble by Mendenhall that
was probably the play of the game. I mean, they're down 21-17, start of the fourth, in Green Bay territory, so they're looking for the game-winning score possibly on that drive. First play out of the quarter, boom, he fumbles, Green Bay goes down, gets 7 out of it. And
it was the type of hit that I don't know that anybody holds on to the ball. The way he got sandwiched is just kind of the breaks that you don't get.
And Clay Matthews, in this game, it was who was going to be the defensive player of the year, Clay Matthews, Troy Polamalu. One of them made a big play in this game, and it was Clay Matthews helping his team.
Well, Troy Polamalu, I think, really didn't show up the way he needed to for Pittsburgh to win this game. I think he was still coming back off that injury. He's a little slower, and for him, he's a guy that speed is what makes him so dangerous, that he can beat the ball so fast.
But when they're playing teams that have the ability to spread them out, he's not free to roam and find his way to balls like he normally would. He's in coverage, locked on a man half of the time, and it makes it difficult at times against a team like this. And he struggled as well as the entire Pittsburgh secondary.
Well, and then you look at Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers had an amazing day. There were, I think, 5 drops by receivers in that game, and with those passes caught, he could be looking at one of the best games we've ever seen by a quarterback
in a Super Bowl. Absolutely. I mean, he threw for 303 TDs, no picks. Imagine if James Jones does catch that up the right sideline. That's an 80-yard touchdown pass right there. Add on a couple others. Yeah, I mean, he had an immaculate game. Green Bay deserved to win the game from beginning to end. I felt like they were the better team. But like you said, Pittsburgh still had a chance at the end of the game. They have the ball down 5 in Big Ben's hands. A lot of people, including myself, thought he might pull it off again.
Yeah, and Green Bay's defense steps up and wins that game for him.
Yeah.
So now they've got the title. Do you think they're back there next year? Do you think the Packers repeat? What are you looking at for the 2011?
It's hard not to like this Packer team. I mean, they gained the confidence as the season went along, and they did it without some key weapons. Don't forget Jermichael Finley, Ryan Grant, Atari Bigby. They lost a few key guys out for the year.
16 guys on the injured reserve.
On injured reserve going into the postseason. I mean, what they've done without those guys and to get them back healthy. I mean, now they have that 2-back system that a lot of teams are running because Starks has shown he can be a guy that can carry the ball. And if you have Grant carrying the load, you have a fresh back to bring in. The weapons should be there. They're going to be tough to beat next year.
Any other teams? Any other picks you like for the Super Bowl?
If I had to pick a Super Bowl matchup a year beforehand, why not go back to New England and Green Bay? I think New England is going to get some redemption on the Jets.
All right.
And Green Bay
I'm gonna say, let's say New England and Atlanta. I think
Atlanta
takes the. I think Atlanta beats New England next year.
Wow. I think New England beats Green Bay.
Green
Bay always wins one, but doesn't win the second one in a row. All right, well, that's going to do it for Fireside Football for the season. But don't forget, you can join us on Fireside Sports, airing weekly.